Fall back. They've had enough. And you're still standing. I'm slightly impressed. That was to teach you what happens if you decide to double-cross me at any point. I can tank a lot more damage than you think, but if that piss-poor performance was anything to go by, then I don't think you can say the same. Right. In any case, you might want to start focusing on the angel beside you. He isn't looking too hot. I fear that I might have pushed myself in that fight. No, I'll be fine. I just sustained too much damage. This form won't hold for much longer, so you may have to fend for yourself for a bit. I trust you'll be fine while I'm gone. That's good. I'll return as soon as I can. My ward. And there he goes. Don't blame me for that overgrown chicken not knowing how to take a punch. He came to your aid after all. He chose to get himself involved in other people's business, and he took a beating for it. Wow, you're naive. This is the real world, Ghost Rider. Helping comes with a price. Whether you pay it or someone else does is up to fate. That's the way things work around here, idiot. Everything is bound by fate. All our actions are predetermined from the moment this universe began. Please. The higher celestials wish they decide shit like that. Fate is what makes up everything. Those idiots just enforce it in what they decide is the right way. You're free to think whatever you want, but I know for a fact that those dickheads don't have a single clue about what they're doing. Fuck if I know why they want you. But I do know who would. If the higher celestials think you're worth a damn, then you're too valuable to be a meat shield. I want to know what I'm dealing with, and if you're as precious as the heavens think, then I can make a good bargain out of you. Weren't you paying attention to what the angel said? Deals that can be made between the heavens and hells are valuable, and I'm not going to miss an opportunity to cash in on their desperation. I am a demon from hell. I don't care about morality. Fate has already determined what's going to happen. So why does it matter that I do anything for anyone else but myself? It's a good thing I killed the part of me that felt bad about surviving. With the world we live in, it doesn't pay to be an idiot. We all have worth in the system we live in. In order to scrape by, you need to use that. You either get suckered or you are a sucker. That's how it works. Hopefully you'll learn that soon enough. Now come on, let's go. You can be stubborn all you like, but we're going. Now you can either come with me the easy way or the hard way. Your choice. So you do know how to listen. Glad to see I don't have to waste my time fighting to get it through to you. Whatever you say, Ryder. Now get on your bike and follow me. We've got places to be. You'll know where we are when we get there. Keep up. If you get lost in there, then you'll have to fight past the security. Do I have to explain everything to you? It's called the Devil's Gambit. We're in Las Vegas. Specifically, we're in the domain of the sin of greed. Calm down. You're hardly a name around the demon sphere. No one's gonna recognize you. Please. It's a scam. You being a ghostwriter isn't a big deal. Lucifer appoints one every few months. Yeah. You think you're special because he gave you those powers? Sure, you're powerful enough to hunt and capture demons. But what good is that when you don't even know how your powers work? I saw you fight against my crew. You have guts. And you know how to scrap. But you didn't even know what an anthropos is. Had any of the girls used their anima, then they'd have wiped the floor with you. See? You don't even know what your anima is. My point is that you're not actually a threat to any demons that are gonna be in here, so you don't have to worry. The only person who you should be cautious around is the person we're going to see. So whatever you do, don't talk to them. They're the superintendent of Mamon's operations on Earth, the left hand of greed. They're a master at contract sealing and soul stealing. So no matter what, even if they speak to you directly, don't talk. Nod or shake your head. But as far as us being in there goes, you don't know to say jack shit. Got that? I don't give a shit about you, but you're currently bound to me, and no one's going to fuck me over by snatching your soul from under my nose. So zip it. Good. Just remember to stay close to me. If it isn't the demon of the unwalked path. How are you, my dear? Lavish. What's with the sour face? This is a casino, my love. I see you've been looking well, healthy, in defined form, head still held high as per usual, and hair maintained. Looking to indulge in some carnal pleasantries this evening? And I see you've also brought a friend. Care to introduce me? They're no one. Is that a name or a title? Do you think it is? Such a prickly thing you are. Maybe your friend cares to speak for themselves. I'm Lavish, owner of this fine casino and the deliverer of every mortal extravagance known and unknown to man. Anything you want, I'll have it, and I'll give it to you. At a price, of course. Such is the trade of demons. Nothing here is gained without giving something in return. Casinos can't run without the investments of its patrons, after all. Right. Speaking of souls, are either of you parched? I have some spirits I've been meaning to break open. Would you care to partake in them with me? I know Joaquin's taste, but I'd love to see what your friend here is partial to. We can have a chat by the bar and see what they'd like from my collection. Maybe get to know each other better. They don't drink, and I'm not thirsty. That's a pity. But there's other forms of entertainment here. Tell me, dear, are you interested in playing a few games? Would you like to know some of the staff here intimately? Or do you have an enemy you want flayed alive? Or would you like to sample some meat from the flesh of your fellow man? You trained this one well, Walker. They're very good at taking instructions. Very intriguing. I wonder what else they could take. We're not here for games, Lavish. You owe me a favor. I'm here to collect. And you brought a ghostwriter? They're small fry next to my security, dear. You know me well enough to know that I don't need help kicking your ass, Lavish. Oh, that's why I like you, Joaquin Walker. You've got an audacity I find more entertaining than watching a mortal struggle against their instincts. Follow me to my office. So, what do you want, Joaquin? Appraisal of the ghostwriter's soul. Interesting. Well, hand it over. I said an appraisal. I need to have their soul in hand to appraise it, love. That's how this works. Bullshit. You're not an amateur, Lavish. Flattering as that is, appraisal only works if I can touch the goods. Otherwise, I can only give you a close estimate. I don't trust your sticky fingers. Trust is for fools, dear. This is about business. And if you're this protective over their soul, then you must have a good idea how much it's worth by itself. Does that have something to do with the presence of a particular angel over in your territory? Those bleached peacocks can come and go as they please, as long as they don't break my rules. You run a very interesting show over there, my dear. You let every manner of creature walk about your already small territory and accrue interesting assets in your hands like that one. How do you do it? None of your business. So cold for a wrath demon. Aren't you folks known for your hot-headedness? I'm built different. And so is that friend of yours. But you already knew that. So what are you doing here, looking for an appraisal? If I had treasure like this in my hands, I'd never let them step a foot too far from me. Worry about your own leashes and I'll worry about mine. Feisty little thing you are. It's a wonder how you got this ghostwriter to bend a knee to you when you hardly have the patience for me. A firm hand goes very far. I'll bet. I wonder if they'd be keen to a caring touch. Guess you'll never know. And you won't know anything about them at this rate, Walker. Let me see their soul and stop playing games with me. I thought you liked games, Lavish. The ones you're playing hardly seem fair when you've rigged it. Then how's this for a game? You have 10 seconds to run an appraisal on them. You do that and tell me what they're worth, and they're yours for the night. Shut up. Just 10? Appraisal isn't a one-and-done process, Walker. That's not my problem. What happens if I can't? You owe me another favor. Same as this one? Yes. Don't worry, dear. It'd just be for a night. Stop talking before you get yourself into a hole you can't climb out of. And it's gonna get even deeper if you don't zip it. They do make a point, Joaquin. They're as much a part of this as you are. You should let them set the terms of this game. This is my favor, not theirs. I make the decisions. You're gambling with chips that aren't yours, lovely. They're bound to me. I take it that means you own their soul then? Well, Joaquin. I took you for a lot of things. A broke man wasn't one of them.
Watch your mouth.
Or what?
You don't have the investment to play in this casino, Joaquin. You're not a patron, and you don't have anything I want. You're a sleaze looking to win at a game when he doesn't have coins to sit at the table.
You owe me.
Your favors are only as good as your word, Joaquin. If I can't trust that you have the best intentions when entering into deals with me, then by the law of Mammon's territory, we can't do business. Oh, don't you worry, Ghost Rider. I'll get back to you. I just have to deal with this one here. Oh, I would never hurt my dearest Joaquin. He's too much fun to tease for me to ever do that. No.
I'm just showing him the boot for now.
You backstabbing.
We'll talk later, baby. As for you, since you've decided to open your mouth, I take it that you're either too stupid to have heeded any of Joaquin's warnings, or you've got a card up your sleeve I haven't seen yet. I had a feeling it was the latter. I'm surprised Joaquin didn't pick up on it. He's usually very perceptive, but I suppose that no matter what, wrath demons are just wrath demons, always jumping the gun. It could also be in part to the fact that you are quite the actor. I will admit, I was almost fooled. But like Joaquin said, I'm not an amateur. I can tell when someone's holding out on me. And you have quite the grasp. Of course. I give credit where credit is due. Joaquin is a good business partner, but he lacks the experience to see when he's being scammed. He'll learn. Back to you, however. You've got a lot of guts walking into my casino with a soul that can't be bargained with. I've killed people for less. I would. But I have a feeling that the one who sealed your soul wouldn't take too kindly to me doing that. I have lived for thousands of years, and that comes with an experience that most people don't have. Part of that experience has taught me not to fuck with certain kinds of people. Michael Van Helsing is one of those people. I must question how you found the graces of the Lord of Strix City. A vampire as old as he is has very few enemies that can rival him, and even fewer friends. Curious. Well, you have my attention, Ghost Rider. You've made a fuss of lying to a powerful demon to get to me. So whatever I have must be worth a lot of trouble. Information. And what would you like to know? How to break the Ghost Rider's curse? That's quite the request. I do know how, but I don't see how you'd be able to break it, considering that's as strong of a contract as the ones that make vampires. It demands quite a lot. I like your audacity. Sure, I'll tell you. But not for free. I know I can't have your soul, and killing you wouldn't be good for my business. But there is something you can offer me. put in a good word with Michael for me. I'd like to get to know him better. And you seem like you can facilitate that. Swear you'll do that, and I'll give you the information on how to break the curse. Of course. And you'll be able to leave and meet back up with Joaquin to go on your merry way. Do we have a deal then? Then listen closely. Hi, I'm Mr. Laveau, and I have a Patreon. If you want to support the channel, then you can check me out at patreon.com/Mr. Laveau, no space. And from there, you'll get perks such as patron-decided SFW and NSFW art, NSFW audios, updates of NeXus novellas, and you'll even get your name at the end of videos under the appropriate tiers. This is all, and I hope you have a good day, stay hydrated, and make sure to take care of yourself.